They were already separated but not divorced, so everything's still kind of their property together. They didn't have a will. Neither one of them had a will. They didn't have a will. They didn't have a trust. And then so what happens is Larry's in the middle of a cocaine addiction, and he's got the lady from work. And this whole estate, if you don't have a trust, the estate has to go through probate. So the estate has to go through probate. So then Larry shows up with his attorney and his girlfriend. And then my mom and her 3 younger siblings show up with their attorney. And Larry says, my mom's name is Pat. Larry says, Pat killed Joe. And like that's the allegation, is that my mom killed my grandmother. Actually, my mom was the person caring for my grandmother. So after all that, that's the kind of guy he turned out to be. Well, I guess with that addiction and all that going on. Thankfully, is in Ingham County, Michigan, thankfully the probate judge just said, what we're going to do is we're going to cut it down the middle. You're going to have your half, and the kids are going to have their half. But it took some months, and it took some tears, and it took some money. Probate's not free. In Cook County right now, probate's taking about 14 months. On the low end, probate is costing folks who pass away. And I'm not an attorney. We're not selling trusts. Nothing sold tonight, okay? I'm just going to teach you about this estate planning stuff. If she passed without a trust. So now it's going to go through a probate process, and there's a separation, just a big mess. And it can take months. In Cook County, a probate takes about 14 months right now, and then on the low end, it's about $5,000. If you're wealthier, it's thousands of dollars more than that.